All right, so now we are going to talk about these logarithms. So we talked about common bases, and we said that we could solve equations in exponent form if we could get common bases. But what's going to happen as we move forward in this chapter, we're going to get to equations that cannot have common bases. And so we're going to get equations where we can't set the exponents equal to each other. So we're going to have to use this thing called logarithms. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to practice, or right now, we're just going to practice converting. So we're going to practice converting going from, let's see, we're going to start out with exponent form and going to log form. Then we're going to do log form, going to exponent form. And then we're going to talk about how we can use this to actually evaluate or simplify an expression. Okay, so let's go ahead and start out with this first problem, and then I'll explain what I have written down on the top. So you might need to take a sec and maybe just stop the video and write down what I have on the top, but I am going to explain it. So it says, all right, so let's go backwards a little bit. So here is what we have. We have b raised to the y power equals x, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to convert that exponent equation to log form. But we have to make sure that our b is greater than 0 and our b cannot equal 1, because if our b equals 1, then this is most likely going to be a 0 here. So we want to make sure that our b is greater than 0. It's a positive number. And let's see what else. And so this is where we want to look to see what they have the commonalities. So b is your base. So this b is your base. So what I like to do is I like to take, when I do log form to exponent form, I do like a little around the world kind of thing. So I say b raised to this power equals this number. So base, this becomes your exponent, this becomes your answer. So b is your base. Here's your base. Here's your exponent. And here's your answer. Okay, so if I look here, this is my base, this is my exponent, this is my answer. So again, I take the base and I do like around the world over to the x, okay? So that's going from, so I definitely think that log form going to exponent is super easy, but going from exponent form to log form is a little bit trickier, okay? So let's go ahead and look at a problem here. So what I like to do sometimes is label base, exponent, answer. Okay, so if we look here, this is my base, this is my exponent, this is my exponent, and this is my ANSWER, answer. Because I want it to match up with this. My x here is my answer, my y is my exponent, my b is my base, okay? So if I'm going to change this to log form, it's going to be log base 10, and the 10 is smaller, okay? The base is smaller. And then my exponent, okay, my exponent is actually my answer. So really I'm going to do, let's see here, I'm going to do 100 equals 2, okay? Now the way that I check this is going backwards. So I just go, okay, did I do this right? Did I convert this correctly right here? So if I go 10 to the second power equals 100, and that's what I have up here. So I just do a quick check, and now I know I'm right. Okay, so again, this is going to take some time to kind of practice this conversion, because it does take a little time going from exponent form to log form. Okay, so then the next one we'll do 3 to the fourth power equals 81. So this is my base. This is my answer. This is my exponent. So log base 3 of 81 equals 4. So your answer here kind of comes next to the log. So again, I do a quick check. 3 to the fourth power equals 81. Check, I'm done. Okay, next one, number 3. Let's do a fraction. So 2/3 raised to the third power equals 8 over 27. So I know it looks confusing because there's so many fractions and we hate fractions, but it's okay. So base, exponent, answer. So log, base, remember our answer comes over here by the log. So 8 to the 27, 8 over 27 equals our exponent. So I'm going to take base, exponent, answer, check, I got it right. So I'm not rewriting, I just am doing that loop-de-loop kind of thing, the around the world I call it, because I just want to check and make sure that I end up with this when I rewrite it. Because if I did like log base 3 of 4 here and then 81, if I do 3 to the 81 power equals 4, that's not what I started out with. So again, we're just kind of going back and forth. Okay, so I'd like you to go ahead and stop and see if you could do the ones that we have on quizzes.